What's up, everyone? I'm Ashley Smashley. In this video, I wanted to just do a little free flow about where I'm at in my journey and what's going on with me. If you are new to my channel, please smash that like button, subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications because we are just getting started over here. And I say that all the time, and I'm always going to be just getting started over here in my life. I feel like that. I still feel like I'm just getting started in life. And I'm not going to tell you my age because we don't affirm our age anymore because I am ageless. We are young forever. And did you know you can talk to your body? Your body's listening to every single thing you say in regards to your appearance or how you feel. And our subconscious minds will do everything to keep us in alignment with the stories that we tell. So if we say we're getting old or we don't feel good or whatever, we're going to not feel good and we're going to age. But if you understand, you can talk to your DNA and say, hey, DNA, we activating, baby. Come online, DNA. Let's age in reverse. What you think about that, telomeres? Girl, how your telomeres get so long? Oh. Anyway, our bodies are listening. Talk to your cells, talk to your DNA, send love into every cell of your body. Oh, yes, I love my little tootsies all the way up to my hair, every strand of this hair. And once you get to that place of unconditional self-love, and you really just have an acceptance for the process of whatever it is you're going through, and you don't expect yourself to be further along than where you are, and you don't try to rush the process because you cannot rush the divine. The ego wants to rush. The ego wants it now. But if you are manifesting and creating from your ego, you are limiting yourself. You are limiting your infinite potential. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to wait. I'm going to let the divine work through me and ascend. We're the healing process, the ascension process. We don't have to rush. Everything is fine just the way it is. And as we release everything that is holding us back, all the beliefs and the emotions, and we return to the state of love and acceptance, we don't have to force ourselves to make the right decisions. Our decisions begin to align with the divine will naturally because we love ourselves so much. And I noticed this. I used to have to force myself to do things. I'm going to force myself. I'm going to implement discipline, right? But once you start to love yourself, you're like, wait, I'm going to go do this because I love myself. Every time in the evening when I get on the yoga mat and do my yoga, that's a signal to me that I love myself. I don't have to force it because I love myself, right? And as we make these choices to improve our lives because we're aligning ourselves with what's best for us, and we start to change the way we eat because we don't want to ingest poison. And I still very much have an ego identity around food, and it's dissolving. We're getting there. But it's okay to not want to eat poison in today's society. People don't understand that. And that's okay. I heard a quote lately that bees don't waste their time explaining to flies why honey is better than shit. So as you on your divine path and me on my divine path, continue to zone in on better behaviors and better self-care practices and things that are just not of the societal norm, you are going to have people question you. People are going to be confused and they are going to ask you questions in regards to why you do the things that you do. And I've lately found myself attempting to explain myself again, and I just realized, wait, what am I doing? I don't have to explain myself. I don't have to explain to people why I prefer to feel well. I don't have to explain to people why I prefer to eat real food and not food made from chemicals and poison my beautiful vessel. I don't have to explain that anymore. We don't have to explain to flies why honey is better than shit. So one step at a time, you quiet the mind and you will be intuitively guided. And back to creating from the ego. What we think we need to be doing today. I was like, man, you need to make a video, you need to make a video. My wheels were turning. It's been a minute since you made a video, you gotta make a video. And I'm like, this is the ego. The ego is scared. I'm not going to manifest a monetized YouTube channel if I don't make videos all the time, right? We gotta make a video, right? You gotta go make a video. And all these different video ideas came swirling around in my head, and I was like, whoa. I'm just gonna post up right here by this tree and chill out for a minute and get in alignment and see where that leads me. Because I was going to commit to making a video every single day, and there were 2 videos that felt very forced and they got barely any views. And that's the thing about taking action while manifesting and creating. Manifesting is just creating our reality. And whether we choose to do that from an ego human creation, which takes a lot of effort and work and massive action, as they would call it in the self-development industry. You got to take massive action. Yeah, if you're creating from the ego, if you're manifesting and creating as a human. But if you sit back and wait until you take aligned action, that inspired action can catapult you further beyond your wildest dreams, beyond anything your human ego can create. When you create from the human ego, you limit yourself. There's so many things that I wanted to create, which I realized was coming from the ego. Could you imagine? Like, I couldn't even imagine if I would have settled for being a personal trainer, or settled for being an online coach, or settled for any of that. Thinking, oh, that's the limit that my ego mind was placing on my limitless self. So, here I am in a new city, getting in a new mental state. I've been watching myself evolve. And they say that don't look back unless you're looking at how much progress you made or something like that, right? And this is getting so good. Even though there are a lot of times when I focus on how far I still want to go, that's shifting. I'm honoring my process, and I'm honoring where I'm at. And I'm honoring the massive internal shifts that I'm making, which are beginning to reflect in my external world. A lot of times when we need to make a shift in our lives, we go straight to the external. What can I change out there to make myself feel better in here? And we don't do the internal work, so we're not even capable of maintaining that external change that we made, because that's not in alignment with our internal self-concept. We got to shift internally. You can keep trying to go out and create as a human, make all these external changes, but you got to make the shift within first. And a lot of that comes down to being okay with whatever is going on right now. Practicing detachment, the art of detachment. Spending time outside of the ego mind, getting out in nature, detaching from the 3D physical realm. the more time you can spend in a state of detachment and surrender. Surrendering to the divine. It's not pretty. Well, I'm not going to speak on everyone's experience, but sometimes it's not pretty. Sometimes it can be stressful. And that's the beauty of it. We think that when we awaken and we follow the path of love and light, that it's just butterflies and roses. And we ignore the messy, and we continue to seek externally. We have to understand that what we came for is this. Every single thing is God in the flesh, even the ugly and the dark. We must love and accept it all. This journey has been incredible. I want to take back a minute of it, not 1 minute. If I could go back in time and change anything, it would be nothing. My past is amazing. Learning to forgive is amazing. Experiencing trauma is amazing. Being a human, it's all part of the human experience. I want you to understand that you don't have to be, do, or have, or whatever the ego thinks it needs to be safe and comfortable. You are safe and comfortable. This is just an avatar. This is an illusion. You, your little human self, is a false identity. You are actually God experiencing the 3D world through your avatar. And once you know that, you realize that none of this is really that important. It's cool. We all have a little soul purpose. And it's fun to get in alignment. There's so much that goes into this game, it would take days to explain it. And I can't wait to do it as I continue on my journey. Continue on this journey. I just looked at it. It said 14:44. But I'll edit this so it might not be in alignment with that time. But yes. Honor where you are in your journey. Don't try to rush. Learn to love by loving yourself unconditionally, because that's really what we came here for. We came to remember how to love unconditionally, because we are formless spiritual beings having a temporary human experience. We came to experience emotion and whatever we wanted. My little human, she's done so much in her life. So many different human experiences. None of them wrong. No judgment, no shame. No shame in my game. Just love. Love for this beautiful planet that we live on. And all these trees. And all the humans. Humans are so funny. Oh, humans are so funny. I cannot wait till everybody wakes up and they realize that none of this is that important. They realize that emotions are not that scary. We don't have to run. We don't have to hide. It's what we came for. Anyway, enjoy where you are, wherever that is. Ascend out of your little human consciousness. Get out in nature. It's all about tuning the mind out of the human 3D frequency to a higher state, beautiful consciousness. And remember, oh wait, this is an illusion. None of this is even real. We're playing a game. Have fun. I'll see you in my next video.